I really wish that we could be together in person, but I'm glad to be together. My name again is Jasmine Beach-Ferrara. I'm honored to serve as one of your county commissioners and honored to chair the Early Childhood Education and Development Fund. I want to just share kind of a few remarks on that, and I believe that as part of the time slot I have, there's also a video that will be shared and some images of the site plans for the center at Emma, which is just such a tremendously exciting project. Um, Let me just begin by saying I know this is a, a really unprecedented time in our community, and I want to just extend support to everyone who's on this call, both around the COVID-19 pandemic and the crisis of that, and then around the crisis of racism and racist violence that we are experiencing and in the throes of right now. And in some ways, both those things are a segue, I think, into, at least for me personally, why my commitments around early childhood education run so deep, which is really believing that one of the ways we can be most serious about equity in our community, most serious about racial equity in particular, is to do everything possible to make sure that the moment a child arrives in this world, they are treated with love and they have every single opportunity to thrive. And we know that for too many of our children in Buncombe County, because of the color of their skin, because of the circumstances they're born into, there are just too many barriers. And we need to change that. And the incredible news, the incredible thing that's happening is that there is such will to do so. And I don't need to say that to y'all. Y'all have been on the front lines of this issue for decades. For many of you, this is your life's passion and work. So this is the definition of preaching to the choir. But in moments like the one we're living through, I also think we need to connect the dots, um, and 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 name the ways in which our commitments around early childhood education and development are connected to, I think, for many of us, for all of us, perhaps our deepest values and convictions about what it means to treat people with dignity, and what it means to fight for our children, and how we know that the true measure of who we are as a community, as a society, is how we treat our children. So all of that is part of what got us to the launch of the Early Child Education Fund at Buncombe County several years ago, which brings with it, for now, a $3.6 million annual commitment to supporting the expansion of access to quality early childhood education. My hope, and something I will be working hard to advocate for, is that we can grow that funding commitment in the years to come. This is obviously a time of some financial austerity at the level of county government, but I hope as we move through this time, we can begin having conversations about how to grow that fund. I would like to see it be at least double 3.6 million, even triple. I think we'd really be able to start moving the needle. But what we're doing with that $3.6 million annually right now is having the opportunity to support really extraordinary local projects that are locally envisioned, locally designed, and locally run. And the collaboration between Verner and Buncombe County Schools, to me, exactly precisely embodies why we launched this fund and why we knew it was so critical to bring some additional resources and substantial resources into the local ecosystems. We knew the ideas were there, we knew the passion was there, but for folks who work in the field, you have to fight way too hard for every dollar of funding. And my hope is that we can change that story so that teachers are getting paid what they deserve, so that schools, early childhood centers are resourced in the way they need to be, and so that every single family that wants to access quality early childhood education can do so. The project that Verner and Buncombe County Schools have brought forth speaks to the intersections of all the intent of this fund, and also the type of scale that we need to be working at in order to truly change the story and truly move the needle. And that might be a good segue perhaps into the video, and looking at the site design and looking at the ways that there'll be 84 slots at this center, and its relationship to Emma Elementary and other local partners make it exactly the kind of center that can do the service delivery that we know extends beyond just what happens in the classroom, but includes the other types of needs children and family have. So I want to thank all of you for being champions of this issue, for being truly on the front lines of it, and for creating a community in which what we see now is that pretty much every single person I talk to believes it's a good idea to expand support and funding for early childhood education. They think it's a no-brainer, no matter what their political affiliation is, no matter what their walk of life is. And that's because you all have done such incredible work to build that level of support and will. And I'm motivated and inspired and fired up to see what we can do together moving forward. And I think the project that you all will be building at the Emma site will be one of the pillars and centerpieces of what we're doing in this next decade here around expanding access to early childhood education. So I will, with this, I think, turn it over to the wonderful team at Verner to queue up some of the materials they wanted to share. I'm thrilled to be here today on the site where our new Early Childhood Education Center will be built. The Buncombe County Early Child Education and Development Committee is thrilled to support this project with a grant as part of our new county fund. This center will serve 80 children, and it's exactly the kind of project that we need in our community to ensure that every single child has access to quality early childhood education and has an equal opportunity to thrive.
We believe every child deserves a great start in life and success in school, college, and career. We are thrilled to partner with Verner on this exciting project, and we're so appreciative of the partnership we have with Buncombe County government to fund and build these quality child care centers so that families and children have a place to learn. On this site, we will have 10 Verner classrooms.
Verner currently serves 250 children and families over 4 programs in Buncombe County, and is the only early Head Start provider in the county. At Verner, high quality early education combined with well-trained teachers, excellent learning environment engages families in their child's development.
I'm so excited about the new building that Central is going to have, where we can continue to serve children and families. I'm excited to see all the new, great, amazing, wonderful learning opportunities that will take place here for children and families and the community of Emma.
As a parent, I'm excited to see what Verner and children and families will do at this new facility near Emma. And I'm hoping that with this new facility, it will help other families as well as mine, since childcare is really needed in the area. Always parents want to go back to work, go to school, so I'm hoping that this will benefit lots of families, including me.
At Verner, we know that the first 2,000 days are the most important days in a child's life. 95% of their brain development occurs during this time. We strive to make sure that those 2,000 days are filled with love, compassion, respect, and above all, learning. We are so excited to partner with Buncombe County Schools to build this new site here at Emma Elementary.